Hello. This is a weird situation because my mom is asleep in the next room and her door's open, so I can't be very loud. But I am just really in the mood to record today, to talk to people, and I'm going to be making my magical readathon Tbr with you guys. This is subject to change, a lot because it's the 21st of July. I forgot the month. And it's just subject to change. But I just got a new library book today, so we're gonna see if we can fit this in. And I'm also going to be getting some other ones from the library. I work at a library, in case you didn't know. So I'm going to be getting a lot of books in August from my library, so I have plenty of choices. But here we are. So I'm going to make a whole video on this, but this is just kind of like to go through it with me, kind of see if I can like decide and stuff like that. So this right here is what I will be doing. I'm be doing the Moon Warden, which is 5 books, possibly a 6th one because you have to have a different book per prompt. So there are 6 prompts, therefore 6 books. So with the Moon Warden, I need to do O in Elemental Studies, which is to start a book with a drink. And that's kind of why it's like 6 books, possibly, because I mean, like, I would like to do this with one of the other books on the TBR, but we can challenge myself and say 6 if we really want to. I need an O in Spells and Incantations, which is to use a color wheel and pick a book with matching cover. So I don't know. We'll have to look at that one. Astronomy is to pick a letter. I have to have a Q in astronomy, so I need a book with a letter L in the title, and then a book with archers or rangers, which will be the easiest one to do, and I'll tell you why in a second. And then a Q in restoration, which is a single object as the cover's face. Focus. And then I need to focus. And then one of the oldest books on my TBR. So I will have to read. That was also interesting because I might try and get a book from the library that's been on my Goodreads TBR for a super long time. My room's also a mess, so we're going to try and like avoid you guys seeing that for as long as I possibly can. I have a headache. I have a headache and I need to charge my phone. So where's my charger? That is a great question. I don't know. I don't know where it is. I think it might be downstairs. Crap. Let me see if I can find my charger real quick. In case you were curious, I am an idiot because it was hiding behind my laptop, which it does every time I lose it, practically. Okay, so I gotta catch my breath now because I was just like running around the house downstairs in the dark. So let's do this. This is where I would cut. Okay, so some of these are super simple, so let's do those as quickly as we can. Boom. And we're going to go here. And yeah, that's what we need. Okay, so. Oh my god, this is perfect. Can I make this bigger? I haven't done this in a while. This is actually perfect. I love this. But, so this is my Goodreads, and one of the books is actually going to be so simple to do. So, prompt that has a single object as the cover. It's going to be so simple to do. We'll use a pink Sharpie. I don't have anything else because I want to do I want to do each. No, I need a pen. I'll do this pencil. This is fine. So we have O for elemental studies. So I'm going to put a book down for that, but that's definitely a book that's it'll be subject to change. So, hello. Yeah, load all of them, please. I need to find the specific one. Also, this is so I need to go through and organize this. I really do. Here we go. An O for spells and incantations. I need to do a Q in astronomy. So, and then a Q in restoration, which is so. I wanted to see if I can fit this into this somewhere. This doesn't have an L in the title. It doesn't have a single object as the cover. I mean, it kind of does because it's just this right here. But also, I already have a book that I'm getting. I pre-ordered this. It's this one. This is the one I'm talking about. I pre-ordered this in January or something like when the cover was announced. So for a single object as the cover's focus, I'm going to do Belladonna because I am going to be getting a copy of this book, and I suck at reading my own books now. If I didn't before, I definitely do now. So Belladonna by Adeline Grace. Okay. So there's that. Super simple. Glad we have one book done. The only book. To start a book with a drink. You know what? Let's pull up a color. Color wheel. Here we go. Can I do a random color wheel? Choose thingy? Color wheel randomizer. Random picker. Let's see. Decide a random color. So, books that I'm going to be getting, I have... Oh, okay, actually, before we do this, I do have another one that I actually am going to be... here it is. So, this one has 3 L's in the title. And what is this? No, I didn't want to buy it. I want to enlarge it. So, this actually has 3 L's in the title, so it will work with astronomy O level. So I'm going to put this one, and I'm on hold for this at my library. I'm the only one on hold for it. It works. So, Beasts of a little land. Okay. So there's that. Perfect. Let me real quickly look up this other one too. See if I can get this to fit anything, because I am also on hold for this one as well. And oh my god, why is this the one that decided to enlarge everything? No, I don't. I want. Okay, so this is the cover. I don't really know what that would fit. This could have fit. I don't know. I don't even know what this is about, but my library got a copy of it. I was like, fine. I could have entered a giveaway for you, so fine, I'll try you. Oh yeah, so let's do the color wheel, because that would kind of like help determine stuff. So spin the wheel. Okay, so red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo. Let's change these. So red is good. Let's do gray. 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 What other colors? We could do, yellow, brown, black. I know there's like such tone colors. Green, orange, blue, purple. I'm trying to like get a whole bunch of colors, so it's kind of like more random. Pink. I'm also trying to think of books that I could possibly read that have these colors on it. What else? I think that might be it. Red, gray, yellow, brown, black, green, orange, blue, purple, pink, white is another one. So let's add these segments. Look at all of them. And I'm so scared. Okay. I'm so scared because this is like pink. No, there's no pink on this. Oh no. Okay, I need a book with pink on it. This is fun, but it's also like, no freaking way. Do you guys see that? Okay, maybe this cover was okay, because look at that right there. There's pink on it. Let me look at these other covers, because I have a list at work of books I want to like bring home and read eventually, and I went through to like today, and funnily enough, I have pink. I highlighted the titles in pink. So stuff that my library has that possibly has pink on it. Daughter of Blood might have pink on it, but right now this is like the top one. Daughter of Blood. I'm using all caps for some reason. This one, I've wanted to read this for a while. Not like a super long time, since 2020. I can't see if there's any pink. There's purple, but also Ashley, a Frolic Fiction DNF'd it. Okay, but then this person gave it a 5-star. And Trisha Lovenstiller gave it a 5-star. It's like an assassin book, I believe, which is why I want to read it. Bone Season. This is How You Lose the Time War. I want to read that too. Wolf by Wolf is like a historical fiction, though. I don't know. This doesn't have pink on it. It has yellow. Of course, it has that yellow background. I've wanted to read this since I first. Okay, this only says 2020, but when I started watching Haley in Bookland, she was actually reading that. So, I could also read the Love Hypothesis. This is a book that my library has, and I want to read it. Just because I know my library has a copy of it, and it has pink on it, and right here. Okay, but it would be more responsible to do The Stardust Thief. No, stop it. The Stardust Thief, because it has very little pink on it. Very out pink, but it does have pink on it. And this is already a book I'm going to be bringing home in the month of August. So it just makes sense to read the books that I've already decided to put myself on hold for. It just makes sense. So let's do that. Or real quickly, let me go to my books I'm on hold for. I have 7 requests. Okay, I kind of have a problem. Okay, so This Is Ever After I'm on hold for that, and it has pink on the cover, and my coworker is also on hold for it, but she puts herself on hold for a lot of things. So these are online, which I'm going to get these sometime in August probably. So This Is Ever After. I could do So This Is Ever After, but I would have to take it from her. And I'm on hold for this one first, so I'm going to do the Stardust thing. I'm just going to do it. Use a color. So the star, oops, I spelled that. I put start, like I didn't put star. The Stardust. This basically just like looks like every other fantasy book, honestly, but I love myself some fantasy, and I'm trying to get back into reading. So while my interests have began to change and I'm starting to like read more unique stuff, like whatever this is, fantasy romance, I don't know what this is. All I know is that Riley Marie loves it. I'm pretty sure I never remember her name. I know her name's Riley, but I never remember what her last name is. I would also really love to read The Shadow of Wind, which my library does have. So that would be a good one to try and fit in this as well. But an L in the title I have a color, I have an L in the title. So a book with archers or rangers. This is so simple. Such a simple one to do, because look at this. 230 books read. But look at this. Look at this. Look at this. This is a series my granny and I are currently reading. And it's titled Ranger's Apprentice. It has Ranger in the series title. Obviously, I'm going to put this down. Not only is something in this series a guarantee read, but also like we're going to read it. And I think I'm going to put The Sorcerer of the North down, because there's a very high possibility that we'll get the Battle of Scandia before the end of July, and you're supposed to start every book, not like in the middle of it. So The Sorcerer of the North is book 5. I actually have a copy of it right here. This Sorcerer of the North, I have a copy of it in my library. I also need to see if I can fit this in somewhere, because I got this. I've been on hold for several months. Somebody checked it out in February. It was due in March, and they just brought it back just this month. So I was trying to figure out where to read that. Of course, I can read more than these books, but I know myself. I'm getting close to the end of school. I have a job. I'm trying to write more. I'm going to be doing like weekly vlogs, I'm pretty sure. So it's just, I know myself. So for the read a book with archers or rangers, we'll do Ranger Apprentice, which has rangers in it. And also they shoot arrows from a bow and arrow. So they're kind of like archers as well. So it fits both. Okay, so then I have on the title Rangers, single object. So I just need to start a book with a drink and one of the oldest books on my TBR. So to determine this, I'm going to go to my books and I'm going to go to Want to Read. And there's just so many books on there that are new that I want to read. Like, I want to read Swimming or Fish Swimming in Dappled Sunlight because it's translated, which love. And I'm trying to, like, I've fallen in love with translated works, I say, despite the fact that I've only read one that I've liked, and I DNF'd the other one. But yeah, I would also really love to read one of these authors' translated novella. Let me see if I can find it. The Burned Tower. I would love to read this sometime in August. It's like 56 pages. You can get it on Amazon for free. So I'd like to read that. This has pink on the cover. Okay, what was I doing? Oldest book. Right. Let's just scroll down because I don't really want to mess with anything. I knew this was on here. Oh, I knew this was on here. Gracelyn is one of the oldest books. It just says one of the oldest books. It doesn't have to be the oldest book on this. Oh, and I really don't want to read Gracelyn. I should really take it off my TBR because I don't want to read it. But this is one of the people I used to go to school with. Her name was Molly. This is one of her favorite books. So I feel like I really need to. But I don't want to. What's on my shelf that I actually own that's been on my TBR for a super long time? And yes, I do see Yellow Brick War on here. I do see that. I act like I do not see. I see, but I act like I don't. I have book 5 in the Aaron Watt series, whatever that's called. I've owned that for a long time. I know since like 2018 or something when I originally read the first 4 or the first 3. I have that one on there. Oh, the oldest book on my TBR. Oh, I see a couple that I've owned for such a long time, but I don't want to read them. I don't want to read them. That's why they're on here. That's why they're still on my TBR, because I've owned them for so long and I just don't want to do it. I don't want to. They're books I would definitely unhaul nowadays. Like, I would have never bought them in the first place, but I've yet to ever do a single unhaul because I don't buy these books with my own money. They're my mom's money. So I just feel really, really bad unhauling them. What else has been on my TBR for a super long time? I've read this one. I've read this one. I've never read this one, The Deaf Community in America. Actually, so that's this one. I got this back when I was really into learning ASL and the language of that, but I ended up stopping with ASL because my fingers started to hurt, and they still do, so there's nothing new. Let me see if I can get an audiobook for this off of Libby, because if I can, then I might do this just to add a little bit and finally get this off my TBR, dude. It's been on there for so long. This is a very... Whoops, I didn't spell right. Community. Oh, no. No. Okay, so not this one. I think this is just one that I would need an audiobook for because I just don't... It's like a really detailed like history of the deaf community. I don't know, but now I kind of want to try this. Ooh, now I kind of want to read this. It's just like a small, thin textbook about the deaf community and the history of the deaf people. I don't know. I wish this had been on my TBR for longer than just a couple of months, maybe like 1 or 2. Whenever Riley started reading this is when I added it to my TBR. So it's not been that long. But like, I kind of want to add this to my TBR, but then also I'm trying to be realistic with myself, and it's been on my TBR for several years, like 2018 for several years. So like, I'm not gonna get to it probably, but also this is a book that I obviously wanted to read because I wanted to know more about the deaf community. I'm sorry, I didn't even say death. But it's just so much. I mean, like, look at that. Look at that, guys. Can you see that? I mean, this is a nonfiction book, obviously. Obviously. But, like, I could read this and then donate it to my library where I work if they would want it. I don't know, just, like, I'm trying to, like, flip through it and, like, read some of the stuff in here just to see. I don't know. Let's keep looking. I feel like this is just such a difficult. It says one of, by the way, one of the oldest books, not the oldest book on the TBR. So I don't have to do the Graceling. I should take it off my TBR, honestly. But because like I feel like it'll jump out at you when you see it, but also it won't. That's why it's been on your TBR for years. And I see this book, but I don't want to see it. Ninth House. I just watched a YouTuber today. I think I might have looked up if they had the Ninth House audiobook. Oh yeah, we don't even have Ninth House on here. We have Harrow the Ninth. To Kill a Kingdom. I've read this one as well, guys. I've read this one. To Kill a Mockingbird. One Small Thing is actually an Aaron Watt book that I do want to read. And I think it's also the only one that my library has. One Small Thing. Aaron Watt. Okay, it should pop up first. Small Thing. I think this is, oh no, they don't have this one. They have When It's Real, which I already own and have read, and it was good. But also, it was by me, so I don't really know if it was good. Lies of Locke Lamore. When was this on my TBR? 2019. That's a couple years old. But I don't feel like, I feel like after we cross 2018, it's like, no. 2018, oh, To Kill a Kingdom. To Kill a Kingdom. To Kill a Kingdom we do have. I would have never guessed that this would be one of the hardest ones to do. Was this one, because I just don't want to read any of these. But like, part of me thinks I need to read Yellow Brick War because I want to finish the series. I own all of the books in the Dorothy Must Die series. So I feel like, also, The Queen's Poisoner I've owned for several years too, dude. I wonder if that has an audiobook. Let's see. I'm getting the audiobook. I'm on hold for the audiobook for, what's it called? Where is my copy of it? A Man Named Ove. I'm on hold for that audiobook so I can play some Sims. The Queen's. Really? Yeah, we don't have that. We have Tear You Apart by Sarah Cross. Apparently, somehow those two are related. Don't ask me how. You don't have the audiobook for that. Heart of Betrayal is another sequel, and I'm not going to read that. It's also, we're getting up there. Well, we're getting up there. 2020. Let me get The Yellow Brick War and The Queen's Poisoner. I feel like those, The Queen's Poisoner, Yellow Brick War, and The Deaf Community in America are on the top of this list. So let me get both of those. There's this one. I've actually dog-eared this before. Got the chapter 3. And then where is, here it is. Okay, I got these blast books. Okay, so now it's just time. Oh, I didn't even have it like this because I was like pointing to all of them. Apologies. But I have the 3 options, 2 of which have a blue cover. So maybe that means I should read The Queen's Poisoner. I don't know. Let me see. Oh no. I remember how the second one in the series ended. Is told in first person, and I just don't like first person, everybody. I don't. Also, I don't even know the original story of Dorothy in Wonderland. Or Dorothy in Wonderland? No, that's Alice in Wonderland. Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz. I don't even know the original story. Obviously, I don't even know the name. Like a scene from Macbeth. If Macbeth had been set in a bombed-out trailer park, shadows flickered eerily across the uneven ground. A chilly wind whipped. You know what? I'm thinking I might do. I mean, that first sentence, or it wasn't the first sentence. Seems. Oh, Eleanor sat the window of her chambers. So, let's see. Because I have an idea. Okay. This is 26 chapters, or 26 pages, the first chapter. This one's like 8, and then this one's obviously going to be the shortest. It's a YA, whatever it's called. So I think I might just put all of these down and then try a chapter tag to determine which one I read. Because these been on TV, I know, so if I do try a chapter, that could be fun. So I think I'll probably try a chapter unless The Yellow Brick War is an audiobook. I'm trying to find an audiobook to listen to while I play Sims because I'm going to want to play Sims during August. It's just going to happen. The Yellow Brick War. Okay. I look like an idiot searching that up. Of course, why does my library have horrible Libby suggestions? I'm kidding. It doesn't have horrible ones. I mean, look at all of these okay, there's not that many. But like, so I think for one of the oldest books on my TBR, I'm going to just do try a chapter tag. And try to just read the first chapter of each of these, see which one's interesting. This is the longest. It's 26 pages. So if I can get through 26 pages of this book, I think I can get through all of it. That's a lot, but it's possible. So we're going to try a chapter. And then real quickly, I want to do, because I have another, Notes on an Execution is another book. So if we go here, and this is my libraries thing, but right here, Notes on an Execution by Dania Kofaka is another book that I'm on hold for all of these, by the way. So this one is currently on the same person who has these two books who I work with. It's on her hold shelf. This one I don't think is coming back to our library. Could be mistaken because hello. So Notes on Execution, How to Train Your Dragon, and Sword Heart are all possible books to put down for Start a Book with a Drink. This is so difficult because obviously I'm going to want to read all of these. How to Train Your Dragon is due on the 4th of August. Okay, so maybe this is more of a July book or a put back on hold book. I don't know. This one, I don't even know when this book's due because I just got it today. The 11th. I've heard this is really good, but it's really dense. It's 418 pages. Okay, that was the author's note. It's 416 pages. So this is pretty hefty, but Riley really loves this author, and this book is like one of her favorites, I think. So this is it's really possible. I don't know. Let me put down the books on this list, what I'm going to try a chapter for. Okay. I feel pretty good about everything. I keep holding this up. I just got it today. It's like a brand new baby, you know. But I'm also gonna get Notes on Execution sometime soon. I don't know where it's coming from, but as you can see, 2 days ago it was shipped out of its library. So I don't know. I don't know. Start a book with a drink. I know what drink I'm going to get unless the store I'm going to is going to have something a little bit, has some new stuff in. Because I'm going to do a start of the month. I'm going to go to the store and get some stuff. Hopefully. We'll have to see. So I know what I'm going to get to drink. But what would that suit better? Notes on an Execution or Sword Heart? I know this is so funny. I don't know. This is so difficult. Because I'm going to get Notes on Execution, so I'm going to need to read that in August or early September because that's when it will be due. So obviously I need to read it sometime before then. Also, me and Sophie are going to be reading this in August. It took me 5 weeks to read it the first time, and she said she's a slow reader, so I don't expect to finish this in August, but I will be reading it throughout August for the second time. I'm so excited. This is my own copy too. I got my own copy of this. I also don't have any manga on here. Oh dear, guys, I think I have a book addiction. I think I have a problem. I work at a library and I just keep putting myself on hold for things or getting stuff requested. Oh, start a book with a drink. This is so difficult. Sword Heart or Notes on Execution? Notes on Execution is like a darker book. It's about a serial killer. It's like his life told through 3 different women. Sword Heart is a playful, funny love story between a girl and the guy who is charmed to protect her. So, like, let's see, I have fantasy, I have another romance book. I don't know what Beast of a Little Land is. Social of the North, Belladonna, try a chapter. None of those look interesting. I have a lot of fantasy on here. Notes and Execution isn't a fantasy, but I'm going to have to read either Stoneheart before the 11th or sometime in August as well. So I'm going to have to read this in August no matter what. I want to say Notes on Execution. I really do. This is so difficult. So difficult. The last question is the hardest for me. I'm also like about to fall asleep. You know what? Let me show you the current stack of library books I have. This is them. These are all due before the end of July or very early August. The latest of which being the 4th of August. Add to this Spy Family Volume 3 and The Scar by Marina and Sergei Diachenico, and I already have a ton of books that I need to read. Granted, this one I think I could knock this one out in a day because I knocked the first one out in a day. It's super short, and the writing style of the first book was very quick to read. So my goal for this weekend is actually to read all this. Hopefully it'll be good. But I also know that the third book in this series is getting very, very close to being available at my library, and I know I'm going to be put on hold for it because I've read the first book. I have the second book in my hands, my grubby little fingers, and so I'll be put on hold for the third book. So I have this sack plus a 300-page fantasy book that's translated from Russian and Spy Family. But I think my weekend I'm sorry. I think my goal for the week, oh my God. I'm dying. I'm sorry, that was probably disgusting to hear because I just did that with my mouth closed and it went through my teeth. So that was probably not the most appetizing. But I think my goal for this weekend will be to read Solo Leveling Volume 1. Actually, I might try and finish this tomorrow because I'm taking this week off of school because I'm burnt out. And I've almost finished it. Maybe I'll try and finish this tonight. But it's already almost 10. I don't know. But I'm going to try to finish this tonight, tomorrow. I don't know. Before this weekend. I'm going to try and finish this. Because then I'll just have Spy Family Volume 3, Lord of Horses, and The Scar are all due before the end of this month. Also, so is this one. I haven't even started this one. This is Around the World on $50. This is a biography. I decided to add it because I want to do van life in my future. So I thought this would be a fun book to read, but I haven't touched it. So add that to the stack. I don't know when this is due. When is this due? I have my calendar right here. It's due on the 1st. Okay. And so is Spy Family Volume 3. So this weekend, I need to read Solo Leveling. Will be done before the end of this weekend. And The Scar is due on the 26th, and today is the 21st. Oh dear. I can renew The Scar. That's fine. I have no doubt that that will be renewable, because it has been checked out since like 2016 when I actually, like 2019, something like that, when I checked it out. So I have no doubt that that will be available to redo. I don't work the 30th. I do work the 6th of the month. I work the 6th and the 7th. Okay. Excuse me. Oh, for Pete's sakes. So I'll probably work. August is looking incredibly scary because I don't want to put any of these books out of their new little home on my dusty little bookshelf. But also, I am trying to do this readathon, and I don't have these books on there. I mean, book 5 of The Ranger's Apprentice, I will be reading. I will be reading the Ranger Apprentice books. So those are like no problem. How to Train Your Dragon. I can maybe try and get my granny to pick this up, and we could try and read this together if she would want. We haven't read middle grade in a while, so maybe it's something she would want to try. All I know is that we've read a Crested Cow book before, The Wizard of Once, which is over there on my shelf, and we just weren't the biggest fan. But also, this is a middle grade, and I feel like if it's good, I could read it really quickly. It's got illustrations in it. I think this could be a quick read. Maybe I'll try and read this during the weekend as well. I don't know about this weekend. Help me, guys. I'm ambitious. I'm just trying to work this out because I still don't know what book I'm going to be reading when I start with a drink. I'm going to probably start all of these books with a drink, but a fancy drink. I just looked at this, and now I really want to read this. I'm horrible. I absolutely am. This is only 211 pages. A little bit more than that. It's 213. And I think this could just be like a really fun book to read. Just like it's a cute little middle grade, possibly. It's due on the 4th. But I can renew it. That's as long as nobody else is on hold for it. But also this weekend, Lord of Horses and How to Train Your Dragon. I read 2 books and Spy Family this weekend. I wouldn't say it's not doable. It's probably doable. Okay, so I'm glad I have a weekend plan. A lot of reading. I say I'm gonna read every weekend, and then I never do. So where are the pens? Let me cross out. So let's see. Wow, I just spelled finish so wrong. I don't know why I put an extra N in there, but I did. Okay, and then this weekend, I need to write this weekend too. So I know you're like, Madison, you said you were going to read, but I do need to write this weekend. It's been several months since I uploaded a new chapter in my Young Royals reaction fan fiction because I'm transcribing episode 3. I don't like that episode. So it's been a long time since I've updated that. So I do need to write and work on that to maybe get it up in August. I think I'll try and get that up in August. Young Royals Chapter 4. Okay, anyway, that's on my August notes. It's been on my July and June and May. It's been on my July and May notes, but anyway, I need to read Lord of Horses. Lord of Horses. How to Train Your Dragon. And then Spy X Fam. I'm going to try and read all those this weekend because then that'll get me down to just having Around the World on $50 and The Scar to read. And worst case scenario, I have to return Around the World on $50 without having finished it. I would like to read The Scar. I would like to finish that because I want to read that short story as well in August. Oh my God. I understand why readers have so many books on their TBR. It's been so long since I've remembered. I have so many books I want to read in so little time. I should have spent this break without school in a more productive way, like reading. The 30th and the 31st. There is another weekend before August 1st. There's the 23rd and the 24th, and then the 30th and the 31st. And I could try and do, oh my God, that's such ambition though. That's so ambitious to try and do Around the World on $50 and The Scar the 30th to the 31st. You know what? I'm just going to write it down so I don't forget. There's a very, very high possibility that this will be a book I end up DNFing because, like, not because it's bad, but just because, like, I can't get into it. I don't want to read it at this point in my life because I want to read more of The Scar. Like, I would rather prioritize The Scar over this book. There's a very high possibility that's going to happen. I'm not saying that it's not going to happen because I'm pretty sure it probably will. But I do want to read this. I at least want to give it like a try and like get into it because it just seems interesting. Because it's a story about adventure, and that's what I want to do with my life, is explore the world and adventure in a different, non-ethical or nonsensical way. So, anyway. Thin. But I'm going to spend the next 2 weekends reading hundreds of pages. And then I'm going to go into August, where it's a month-long readathon. Oh my God. Again, I don't know. But I think I'm probably going to do Sword Heart as the book I'm going to start with a drink. Oh, somebody's watching. Hello. It's really late, and we're about to end the stream. We're trying to figure out what book my last prompt is for this readathon that's gonna go on it. So we went on a tangent of trying to figure out how I could read this stack of books before the start of August, practically. Because these aren't the ones I'm going to read before August, but they replace the ones I am going to read. That is a big stack. That looks ambitious. I am being ambitious. Anyway, so I'm glad that's happened. I'm going to be reading a lot. I don't want to get burnt out on reading because I'm just starting to fall back into reading, obviously. Oh my God. Spy Family Volume 3 is right here. This is a manga series that my coworker Erica and Tish recommended to me, and I read the first one. I really liked it. I really liked the second volume as well, and the second volume ended on a cliffhanger, and I instantly put myself on hold for this one. It's just that it's like not intriguing me, and I'd probably won't intrigue me until I get to the end. And then I'll be like, I want to read volume 4, but I'm not going to pick it up probably unless it's like a major cliffhanger like the last book ended on. Honestly, I don't know. So I think for the last prompt to start a book with a drink. I am going to put Sword Heart on it just because I have this book before Notes on Execution, and I will probably not get Notes of an Execution until closer to the 1st of August. So if I were to renew that, I would be able to renew it into September. Oh my god, are you guys getting a headache too? And there's a very high chance that I will not be reading Belladonna or one of the oldest books on my TBR in August because I have so many library books. And I don't know, that's a lot to read. And I want to play Sims, you guys, and I can't get any of these on audiobook. So let's finish this stream out by the 11th. Writing this on my calendar, first of all. And then putting the magical readathon on my notes because it's not like I'm going to forget. I'm not going to forget. Okay, so that's going to be the end of this video. There's honestly there is so much, and I'm kind of like overwhelmed. I'm about to cry, but also I'm tired. So I'm about to cry because I need to go to bed, and I still have to get ready for bed. But I'm also extremely overwhelmed by the amount of books that I'm going to be getting. Let's real quickly, because I love this setup, check when Belladonna is going to be released. Ugh. Oh no, I miss it. Where is it? I can't find it. I can just look it up. I'm just gonna. When do you come out? Please say the end of August. Give me time. When do you come out? August 30th. Okay, that's not gonna be on the TBR. Okay, I'm so glad I looked at that because that doesn't come out until August 30th, and 31st is the final day. Oh my god. Okay, so let's do notes on a. What's it called? Notes on an execution. I could have probably told you that. Okay. This is why we wrote it in pencil, you guys, because Belladonna will not be the book I read with the main focus. Because this is the cover of Notes on Execution. I love that it's such a large, and the one, in case you forgot or you weren't here, for Belladonna was going to be for Restoration, the book with a single object as this cover's focus. And both of these kind of have a single object. This one is this locket necklace, and then this one is a sword through a heart. But since this one has a sword going through a heart, I'm going to do this one for Start a Book with a Drink. And then this one, it does have a house and it has a person on it, but the main focus is this locket. So I think we're going to put this on here for in place of Belladonna. Notes on an execution by Danya Kufaka. Yeah, like I know how to pronounce that name. Okay. And then Sword Heart will be the book I start with a drink. This says start, doesn't say finish. Okay, and then this one is added to my TBR because I do want to read this. I probably, honestly, am not going to get to it in August. I'll be lucky if I even have finished The Scar by the start of August, but we can act like I did. We can cross our fingers and hope that I do. So yeah, this is my extremely overwhelming and probably unimaginable TBR, but what's the saying? Aim for the stars, fall to the moon. Let's aim for the stars and fall for the moon, okay? I'm going to go to bed now, guys. I'm tired. Thank you for watching this if you watched it. Hope you enjoyed it, despite the fact that it was really just a video because I wanted to film. It's been a while since I filmed like this. And yeah, thank you for watching. I love you all so much. And I'll see you guys all next time I do a live stream, or you can subscribe to my main channel. It's Madison Peck. Bye, everyone.